lot of people ask us how we make our t-shirts, and here's how it's done, guys. They're printed off on a computer on a piece of paper, and what we use to make our stencils with is just cheap signs. We're going to tape it on there, and we're going to trace it off, and then what I do is, using a Dremel tool, just cut them out. That's all there is to it, and we make stencils. As a matter of fact, right there is one of our stencils. You can see all the different colored paints on it. That's Fisher and Men. We probably got about a dozen or so that we use. Using the same thing, you just lay it down and you fix the edges of it. We've got a big piece of Lexan that we did the same thing with and laid this design out. And we just use spray paint, and we just spray everything in. It's real cheap, it's real simple, and you can crank them out for probably about $4 or $5 a shirt. And if you have it printed online, or you go to a shop to have it done, then it's going to run you probably about $25 or $30 a shirt. But this is the cheap way that we do it. So this is how we do our shirts. I'll show you the stencil when I get it drawn out, and I'll get it designed here in just a minute. So that's what we do. Here is how we make shirts. You got to have the knife too. I forgot about the knife and the Sharpie pen. But you just tape your stencil down and you cut it out with the knife, and you can turn it and twist it like you need to and trace it out. So this right here is what you end up with. Your center line will help you to center up on the shirt later on, and it'll help you to center the stencil as well. So all I gotta do now is just cut it out using a Dremel tool, and it'll be a done stencil. So there you go. That's how you make stencils for t-shirts. Our stencil, it is now cut out. There's our t-shirt we're going to use, and if you'll notice in the collar, we have a piece of plastic up under it so it doesn't bleed through, and it'll hold it nice and stiff. And we're going to get this thing fixed up where it doesn't spray over the edges, and we're ready to do us a t-shirt. We've got our shirt fixed up, and if you'll notice, what we use to weight the shirt and the edges and the stencil down, we use old tire weights. They're real nice and heavy, and they're short, and they make the lines around the edges of it very, very sharp and very crisp. So here we go. We're going to get started. Alrighty, we have used black and red, and we've used blue, and we've overshadowed each other to get them to kind of mix and match. And we're going to give it a minute or two, let it kind of dry just a little bit, and then we're going to see what it looks like. It doesn't look like a whole lot now, but we'll see what it looks like when we pull it up. Here we go. Alright, this is the end. This is what it looks like. You can see how the colors blend, and it looks good. You should be able to read that from the highway when people pass by. Alright. That's how we do our t-shirts. And there's one that's had the back of it done already. It's done the identical same way. It just uses a great big stencil. Hang on, I'll show it to you. See, right there's the stencil for the back of it. It has had some paint put to it, but there's the stencil that makes that right there. So that's how Christ Over Gadsden cuts cost, cuts corners, and we can be just as creative as we want to be as we're making the shirts up, and that's how the shirts are done right there. So it's not hard. All it takes is just somebody with a steady hand putting off some stencils and a Dremel tool and a few pieces of plastic, and it's over with. Alrighty, this is Scott from Christ Over Getson. Have a good day.
Holy Spirit, rain.